Good morning, my name is Gaijin, and last week, Vail got an important update. This update shakes up the meta a little bit, and we're going to get into how it affects gameplay, how one gun in particular is almost entirely unaffected, how you can use it to your advantage, and how you can counter it. So, since release, run and gun has been a little bit of a problem in Vail, mostly because of the game's fast time to kill and the issue of peeker's advantage, which is inherent in online games. Especially if you're playing with someone on another continent, it can be really frustrating. And obviously, the developers can't solve peeker's advantage unless they fly every Vail player to a LAN every time they want to play the game, so they did the next best thing, and they made it harder to hit your shots while running. Now, when you shoot while moving, your recoil increases substantially, and your recoil will increase relative to how fast you're moving. If you're walking slowly, you only get a bit more recoil, but if you're sprinting, you get the maximum amount of recoil. And if you're standing still, you only get the base amount of recoil. And like I said earlier, this affects every gun in the game except for one, and that gun is the Vector 45. Now, you might be wondering, why is this gun not nerfed like all the others? And there's a very good reason for that. AEXLAB, the developers of Vail, have made a commitment to realism in terms of how their guns function, going as far to shoot the real-life versions of these guns in order to replicate it accurately in-game. Now, the Vector in real life has a really cool trick up its sleeve to mitigate recoil, and I think Blue Drake 42 explained it best.
As you see, this little gun has a cool secret. Right behind the magazine is a small spring system called the Super V Recoil Mitigation System. And what this does is every time a bullet is fired, it shoots a counterweight in the opposite direction, which effectively eliminates the muzzle climb.
So there you have it. The recent run-and-gun nerf doesn't affect the Vector. But what does this mean in-game, and how can you use it to your advantage? Well, the Vector's fire rate is ridiculously high. It's the fastest in the game at 1,200 rounds per minute, meaning you can dump your entire 30-round clip in 1.5 seconds. Each shot deals 32 damage at close range, which would net you a 4-shot kill, and that means your time to kill is just 0.2 seconds. And with little to no recoil, you can still hide on sight, listen for footsteps, swing, and your opponents would hit the ground before they have a chance to react. It really is the easiest and most smooth-brained way to play the game. But this is slightly balanced out by the fact that the gun has low headshot damage, fast damage drop-off, and you will lose a fight to anyone with a rifle at range who has decent first-shot accuracy, even if you shoot first. But for you riflers out there, take your fights at range if you can help it, and make sure to counter-strafe to stop your movement sooner and negate the recoil penalty. I practiced this before a 1v1 tournament this week by turning on the aim trainer in the armory, going behind the pillars in the back, and strafing back and forth while trying to peek as little as possible, and only shooting as I changed directions. This is a really great little drill to take advantage of with the new recoil system, and to practice your aim and fast peeks. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like. If you want more Vail videos, consider subscribing. And regardless of if you do either of those things, I hope you have a great day, week, life, whatever. But thank you so much for watching.